And we're back for another news roundup with my AI weekly summary of everything that I've watched and all the news that I've learned over the past week, so I can share that with you guys and my team. So this is an AI generated script that I'm reading for the first time, so I don't know what it's going to be, but I'll read through it and then I'll make my comments on what I remember and my thoughts on top of each of the articles. Hey friends, this week in the world of AI and technology, I dove into some thought-provoking discussions and exciting updates from the development life cycles of AI agents to the transformative visions for a new internet by OpenAI. Whether it's upgrades in autonomous coding agents or the predictions of AI becoming integral in our daily lives, there's a lot to unpack. So topic 1, AI agents and development methodologies. One standout topic this week was the agent development lifecycle discussed by Zach Renaud-Whedon from Sierra. He shared insights into the rapid evolution of AI agents with consumer brands, emphasizing the need for iterative improvement and reliable testing methods. Sierra employs a tailored approach to traditional software development but optimized for AI agents to ensure that they can handle complex workflows effectively. Interactive case studies from brands like SiriusXM showcase the real-world viability of these agents, reinforcing the idea that iterative feedback from users is crucial for development. Honestly, I don't remember what this video was about, but it must have been one of the there's a series of videos from like an AI summit that I was watching, and it must have been one of those, but I don't remember what it's talking about. But just having that sentence there about reinforcing the idea that iterative feedback from users is crucial for development, that's important for everything. So any software development, and whether it's AI or not, it does not matter. Having feedback and making sure that you're delivering value to users who are going to use the products that you're building is important, because they're the ones that are using the product. They know what they want. You think you know what they want until you talk to stakeholders. So getting feedback and iterating on it is very, very important. In another intriguing conversation, Dr. Prabhanjan Kambuda from, completely butchered that name for sure, from Bloomberg discussed the challenges and strategies for scaling AI tools tailored specifically for financial applications. His insights centered around leveraging open source advancements and the importance of collaboration among interdisciplinary teams. This highlights how adaptability and teamwork are vital in overcoming AI hurdles. So the biggest thing that I got out of his talk from Bloomberg was that when you're using the AI services, you are not sure of what the output's going to be that comes back from them. It's indeterminate, like it can change every time as well. So the structure may not match. So you need a code effectively being like defensive. So assume that you're going to get what you're going to get back is wrong. And if it's right, then move forward with it. But they have to serve thousands and thousands of customers, and they've got 40 years of financial data, like movements and changes and whatever else they do, analyses that they give out to all their analysts that are in their business along everywhere else. So they use AI to summarize meetings and shareholder reports, and then review that and then put their opinions out, so then they can quickly do that that sort of work and provide that in their APIs. But the AI based ones, you have to code and assume that something's not going to come back right. So you work with that to then be able to deliver. In case something doesn't happen, what's your fallback? How do you handle that? So that's what sort of like defensive coding is. The future of AI and engineering. Jeff Dean from Google painted a promising picture of what's to come in AI engineering. He predicts that AI systems could soon operate with the efficiency of junior engineers. So he said, someone asked him during this AI Summit video, how long is it until we have a junior software engineer that can work 24/7? He predicted about a year away. That's potentially frightening and exciting. Frightening because it's probably sooner than that, but 1 year, when I think majority of people in the world didn't think that the AI would be able to code as well as it has, just this year, that evolution has been ridiculous. So 1 year may be overshooting it. It's an interesting time, to say the least. I'm not really sure where everything's going or what it's going to look like. Like I've mentioned a few times, it's probably going to really hit the low cost markets more than anyone else, because why pay? You still have the high paying people to design and plan the projects, then you outsource the lower labor part. What's going to happen to those lower labor markets when they can be replaced with AI engineers, and then the higher paid people can review and plan and be product owners and develop and strategists and architects and all that sort of stuff instead? It's really interesting what's going to happen here. So thanks to advancements in neural networks and development of adaptive hardware solutions like TPUs. So TPUs is the number of, I can't remember, but it's the measure of trillions of processors per unit or something. It's the way they measure how fast the AI chips are. Dean emphasized both the potential and limitations of existing AI technologies, leaving us with cautious optimism about how these tools could evolve in the next few years. On the coding front, so Wes Roth went through OpenAI's new Codex system, and that further supports that narrative of having developers around permanently. So OpenAI also had a release video of their new Codex tool. So I think this is the 4th or 5th tool they've called Codex. Web-based developer that can open up its own containers. You can interact with it and it can just do the code and pull requests and tests and everything else that it needs to do, but it does it on the web. So you don't need to set up anything locally. You can just manage environments on the internet that do it all. As part of the video, they did some impressive demos with what it can do. And then one of the people from OpenAI said they preferred this model than reviewing someone else's code, because when you're using this process, you actually get all the information and thought process from the agent along with the actual data. So you don't get that insight when you're doing a review from a person, because it's all in their head. So that's an interesting take on it, that you actually get more insight into the way they've planned and designed and thought about things, because most people just do them. Codex aims to assist developers across the entire software lifecycle and may prove to be a valuable resource, especially as we watch competitors like Google step up their game. This is topic 3, transformative AI tools and updates. Looking at the upgrades across popular AI tools, Klein 3.15's major enhancements make it the leading player in the realm of autonomous coding agents. Notably, the new task timeline provides visual storyboarding and coding sessions, which could simplify the process. So I've used Klein and I use Cursor. I'm testing those two predominantly. Haven't gone to Windsurf or RuCode or any of these other things. Haven't seen what these updates are like, but the task timeline at the moment is just effectively like your chat stream you have in ChatGPT, where you ask a question, but then it outlines what it's doing, the changes it's making. I have to see how that actually helps in what you're doing. And then I've got to see what the other sort of updates and tweaks that they've done. They just made it easier to work with from the video I was listening to. Moreover, AI's role in daily life was a focal point for Sam Altman, who envisions a future where AI acts as an essential service in our personal and professional decision-making. Altman's thoughts about a core AI subscription reflect a deeper integration of AI technologies with human context. So he had an interview, can't remember, I don't know if it was at that AI summit or somewhere else, but he was saying that OpenAI should be the core AI subscription and effectively like the operating system that everything runs off. So you'll pay for OpenAI, integrate that with whatever tools that you're using, and then that powers everything to be able to do all the things that you needed to do with AI. So it's an interesting vision they have long term. He said, he was challenged by a question where he said, if you can make a better core AI subscription, make it. But I don't know if anyone's going to be able to catch up to that at the moment and what they're offering or how they're doing it. Really don't know their long-term plans. It's a big cage. You really skipped over that part of the video, so I'm not too sure if something's there and they're just not really talking about it yet. Topic 4. Bigger picture, AI, society, and ethics. Lastly, Eric Schmidt, former Google CEO, discussed the societal implications of AI in his TED Talk, arguing that we seriously underestimate the extent of AI's impact on our future. And I completely agree with this. We have no idea how it's going to transform things or what's actually possible. I really think this is like an unprecedented change in level in technology with what we have. A lot of people say, all right, it's like when the tractor came to farming, or it's the combine harvester, then it got introduced. I think it's going to be a real change. Like this is, everyone's seen it, even on the periphery. Everyone knows about ChatGPT, but they don't really know what it can do. I like to say it's always the worst that it's ever going to be today. It was worse yesterday. Today it's the worst. Tomorrow will be the worst again. But it's always improving. It's always getting better. It may seem like the rate of change has slowed down because these models are now incrementally improving for just minor, like point increases on these benchmark tests. But there are going to be these leaps that make changes. So everyone's sort of waiting for like the ChatGPT 5. Who knows what that's going to be like? But then there's 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, we really do not understand how this is going to change and affect things. And I don't know what the broader implications are for that across society, because everyone always thought like the blue collar jobs, the office jobs, ones where you had to think and process and write. you couldn't be replaced until a very long time in the future, and potentially robots or whatever it may be. But what does that mean for something now or in the next 2 years, 3 years? I have no idea. It's just something we'll have to keep an eye on and understand how to move forward with it. And that's part of the reason of why I'm doing all of this research and trying to keep up with news and everything that's happening, so I can have a greater picture of what the industry is saying, what people are talking about. And I'm leveraging people on YouTube who are doing summaries of news articles, and I'm doing summaries of the summaries, because I need to share this with the team. Everyone needs to stay on top. I need to share with whoever's listening to this, because the more information you have, the better decisions you can make, and the better strategic decisions you can make and drive your business in a better direction. Without that knowledge, you can't really do the right thing. You may be left behind. So being able to stay on top of things and understand where everything's going is really, really important. And I've used AI to help me improve this process and do it, because I wouldn't be able to make these videos unless the AI was there. I'm not going to sit there and transcribe and summarize every video. I don't have the time for that, but I can listen to it. I can send it to a task where we can do it. And then I can sit down for 10, 15 minutes, whatever it is, record this video, share that with the team, and distill the core things. So severely underestimating the impacts of AI, 100% agree. Eric Schmidt challenged us to engage actively with this technology, highlighting the ethical considerations and energy demands of advanced AI systems, underscoring the need for responsible management. So every summary I do, probably, I don't know, there was an article, I don't know how old this was, a year and a half ago. It was like 11 liters of water were ran through a data center for every query that you put through ChatGPT, just to cool things down. So I don't understand how much power is being used in generating these summaries. So there's 10, 15 videos that I watched. They all get transcribed. And then another summary says 11 AI calls. Who knows how much power and energy is being used to do that? It's got to be less than the $20 we're paying for the ChatGPT subscription. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to make any money. But there's a lot of use there. So understanding how to improve that in the future and making things more efficient is going to be really important. Adding to that context, innovations like Google's AlphaRevolve represent a shift towards self-learning AI, pushing the boundaries of what's possible and stirring conversations around the ethics and responsibilities tied to AI development. So AlphaRevolve, they've called it that because it's like the next evolution of AlphaGo. I think I mentioned this in last week's video, which was an AI that was built to play Go, a more advanced board game, which was determined that it could almost never be played by AI compared to chess. It ended up solving, but the way it did it was, they didn't give it training data, they gave it the rules of the game, and it played to the rules and learned by itself how to beat the game and be better at it. And over time, it improved and became a grandmaster and beat all human opposition. This new version of AlphaRevolve, they did a similar thing where they gave it the rules and it did it. And I think they got it to the point where it was able to solve a 4x4 matrix calculation using a method that had never been found before. So it invented a new method of solving a 4x4 matrices, I can't remember whatever the word is, since they were used, like it's been 57 years since the last one was made. So no one's been able to find any better way of doing it. And this was able to. I could be wrong that this was the one that did it. All the videos are a little bit blurred together in my mind, but I'm pretty sure it was. So that's a huge thing. It's now inventing, creating, not just glorified autocomplete, which is what we've had until now. As we reflect on this week, it's clear that AI is not just reality, but a continuous evolution impacting every aspect of our lives. I'm sure you've seen AI pop up in every tool that you're using. People are talking about it. People are using it at school and at work. The advancements we're witnessing are not just technological, they're reshaping our understanding of intelligence, creativity, and ethics. As we look ahead, the challenges lie in how well we can integrate these technologies responsibly while accommodating the transformative potential they hold. Let's keep exploring, learning, and sharing our insights from this exciting journey. Catch you next week. So if you have anything interesting to add to this, drop it in the comments. I'll respond when I see them or when I get notified. But if there's anything else you want from this series or anything else you want us to do, let us know. But as always, it's interesting to try and keep up and understand all of this stuff and be able to share this information with you. Thanks.